boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what we have in here, it is Before We Live, a game developed by the Balancing Monkey Games, a developer which I believe this is their first game. Released this game using Unity engine, and this is the settings that I do recommend you to play with. So first of all, what I have done it was to choose median preset, but I reduced the extra details, disabled ambient occlusion and the atmosphere, and kept the texture quality to median and all the rest of the stuff at low settings. So looking to the requirements of the game, you can clearly see that at the CPU side we are kind of below the minimum. Alright, and the GPU, it doesn't really specify, but it says that it is a GTX 550. I'm not really sure how much more powerful or weaker that graphic card it is, but what I do know is that with these settings that I did select, I got an average of 36 frames per second and a 1% low of 32, which means that I was always above 30 frames per second, which I think it is more than acceptable for this type of game. And that's about it. The only issue with this type of games is that the more complex you get the world into, the more demanding it will be. And so I don't know if the game will continue to be playable above 30 frames per second in more forward adventures into this game. But still, even if this game drops below 30 frames per second, I don't think it is really important because this is a city builder game, so it is still remains to be playable. And anyway, if you find any issues, you can still drop other settings, for example the shadow quality, which improves a lot the performance if you drop that setting specifically. Alright, so for the game itself, Before We Live, it is a city builder, but it is a city builder that remains mostly non-violent. So your objective it is just to evolve your city, to survive overall, and to travel to other planets, and also evolve the other planets. Eventually, you know, the resources of some planet will get a little bit scarce, and you need to trade resources from one planet to another. But overall, most of the game, you won't be conquering other planets from enemies, NPCs, or other players. No, that's not the way this game works. This game it is more for a chill approach, a more relaxing, more zen city builder where you spend your time evolving, and you still have challenges though. But you know, you won't be worrying too much about fighting the opponent. But yes, there is one opponent in this game, alright? It is not 100% peaceful, but 90% of the time you will be just on your own, evolving your own planets, and you have this very nice look of round planets where you can go around it with these hexagon designs and style of development. So it's really nice. What is not nice, and I know that most of the people struggle with this, is that this game it is an exclusive for the Epic Store, which means that this game it is not available on Steam, and despite its price, which is fairly low, it is $17.99, it is an exclusive for Epic Store. And as far as I know, a lot of people don't want to buy their games there, but for now it is the only place where you can buy the game. The game was scored with 70 of score from 0 to 100, so it is reasonably good. And it seems that the user score, it was pretty much at the same line, so the user score from 0 to 10, users gave it 7.1 average. So rather acceptable. They say that the game it is a very good and competent city builder, but they also say that they weren't really too ambitious with the game. But still, this is their first game, and it is actually impressive what they were able to do with the game. Alright, so guys, that's all that I want to talk about Before We Leave. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.